Morning students, now welcome back to the SST class. As we already started history chapter number 3rd, that is colonial administration. So today we'll start the new topic of this chapter. So today's topic is pillars of British administration. So let me start the reading of the chapter. The British established 4 main pillars on which British administration stood. These 4 main pillars are the name of the pillars, that is a civil service, army, police and judiciary. So in this topic we all have to discuss about all these main pillars. These three main pillars helped British authority to settle their colonies in India. So the first topic is civil services. Here I underline few lines students, so now focus on these lines. Lord Cornwallis was the founder of the civil service in India. He separated the commercial and revenue branches of the administration. The civil services was started by Lord Cornwallis in India, and he also separated the commercial and the revenue branches. He banned the acceptance of presents by the administrative officials and instead arranged the payment of handsome salaries to them. Initially, only few people nominated by the directors of the company could enter the civil services. This civil services is not applicable for everyone. Only few British officials are eligible for these civil services exams. Indians were not allowed for the civil service. In fact, in 1793, a rule was made that no Indian would be eligible for post carrying £5,000 and above salary. So students, it's a clear discrimination done by the British government in between the Indian soldiers and the British employees. See, according to it, Indians को promotions भी नहीं दिए जाएंगे, and mostly Indian soldiers या Indian employees जो कि Britishers के लिए काम करते हैं, उनको £500 से ज़्यादा सैलरी भी नहीं दी जाएगी. Now see the next para. The Charter Act of 1853 introduced a system of open competition through exams. Do you understand open competition? जैसे कि आज के exams होते हैं like IIT, JEE, जिसमें all the students, it doesn't matter they belong to which caste, creed, color, all the students, those who are capable, those who are eligible for the exams, they can give the exams. Like this type of open competition, Britishers also have started, but it is also not affected for Indians because Indians are on that time Indians were not much educated. So civil services exam को crack करना भी Indians के लिए काफ़ी मुश्किल था on that time. However, for all practical purposes, discrimination against the Indian employee of the company continued for a very long time. और इसी तरह के there are so many discriminations done by the Britishers usually for the Indians. That is army. Now let's come to another topic, that is army. Indian sepoys formed the bulk of company's army. The company's army, which was small in number, grew with the British territory expansion. By the time of the conquest of India was complete, the number of Indian soldier recruits had gone up to 2 lakhs. Now see students, a strong army was needed to maintain control over India. It had 3 basic functions to perform: to conquer more territories, to safeguard British territories in India from the European rivals, and to crush internal revolt against the British. That's why Britishers need a huge army of Indians, and mostly 2 lakh, almost 2 lakh Indian soldiers serve the British army. Now see the next para of the topic. The company sepoy was trained in the use of latest arms. The success of the company is establishing its hold over the Indian rulers encouraged more recruits in the army. However, these soldiers did not have too many avenues for promotions. Now see students, according to this para, the army consisted of Indian soldiers. They are called sepoys under the command of the British officials. Most of the sepoys came from the region, like presently in the state of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. The army was a disciplined, well trained and well paid. Well paid in the sense कि only British soldiers got handsome salary. Even although Indian soldiers, they did not have too many avenues of promotions, and they also got a very less salary comparative to British soldier. Now let's come to the another topic, that is the police. Okay. Now let me start the reading of the topic. To maintain law and order, the British felt the need of a regular police force. It was under Lord Cornwallis that the police force became a strong and meticulous. In 1791, a superintendent of police for Calcutta was appointed and the cities were placed under the charge of Kotwals. Darogas were in charge of Thana or subdivisions of the district. The hereditary village policemen become the Chowkidar. Like in the army, here too only the British officials were eligible for higher posts. Now see students, let me start the explanation of the topic. An effective police force was utmost important for ensuring a good administration in British rule. Then now Lord Cornwallis created a regular police force to maintain order and law in the society. The districts were divided into various thanas. The districts were divided into various thanas, each under a daroga, sub-inspector, inspector. Nowadays, earlier time, these inspectors and sub-inspectors was called by the name of daroga. But now in a time they are called inspector, sub-inspector, जो कि आजकल हम लोग सुनते हैं. Towns and villages had kotwals and chowkidars respectively. The district superintendent of police, DSP, was the chief of the district police. The police succeeded in curbing the anti-social elements. Major crimes such as dacoity, thuggy were reduced. And in that police system also, comparatively, it's a clear discrimination. Its police system may be mostly the high officials, they belongs to British company, British authorities. It may be Indians, they also got a very low rank like chowkidars, kotwals, and the Indians, they did not get any high rank in all these pillars, in all these organizations. Now let's come to the another topic, that is judiciary. In India, people used to follow laws based on local custom and traditions before British took all over the rule in India. With the coming of the British administration, the judiciary also came along to ensure that the law were being followed. Now then, in 1793, the Bengal Regulation Act was introduced, where some of the old tradition and customs of both Hindus and Muslims alike were written down in the form of law. Now see students, before the coming of the British, the administration of justice was carried out on the basis of traditional laws of the Indians people, whether Hindu or Muslim. For some time the British did not interfere with the prevalent system, यानी whatever we followed, हमारे जो custom culture के according जो rules regulations थे, जो हम follow करते थे, कुछ time तक तो Britishers ने उनको ठीक है allow किया. Then after that they decided that the Indian would be tried under their own traditional law and English law would apply on the Europeans. But the existence of two sets of law created confusion, and this situation could not be allowed to carry on for long time. Then in 1793, the Bengal Regulation Act was introduced. According to it, it started the justice should be based on written laws and regulations instead of old customs and traditions. Now look here students, it was during the time of Warren Hastings and Lord Cornwallis that the judicial system was given a proper shape. Like Lord Cornwallis का काफ़ी बड़ा रोल रहा है इंडिया में अपने एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव स्ट्रक्चर को मेंटेन करने में, ठीक है. Civil courts were also set over there. Even Supreme Court was held in Kolkata. Then he also established different kind of criminal courts were also set up. A law commission was appointed, and the principle of the rule of law was also established to ensuring that every citizen of India irrespective of caste or creed, was trained with equality. Even it is not mentioned here. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा एक word IPC in serials and movies. IPC, that is Indian Penal Code. This system, this IPC section is also started by Lord Cornwallis. According to it, whatever the evils present in a society, जो भी क्राइम होता है उसके अकॉर्डिंग कोड्स प्रोवाइड किए हुए हैं और उन कोड्स के अकॉर्डिंग ही एक क्रिमिनल को सजा दी जाती है. दैट एंटायर जुडिशरी सिस्टम, इवन पुलिस सिस्टम, अ सिस्टमैटिक administrative structure was started by Lord Cornwallis. Now let's come to the last topic of the chapter, that is discrimination against Indians. One noticeable common feature of the colonial administrative structure was the absence of Indian from responsible offices. The field of their employment was narrowed to subordinate positions such as daroga, chowkidar and sepoys. This was mainly because the British were convenient that an administration based on a British idea, institutions and practices could be firmly established only by the Englishmen. See students, now according to this para, we discussed that in the entire administrative structure which is established by colonial rule, British authority, is structure make clearly a huge difference between Indian and the Britishers shown here. It is clearly shows the discrimination between the Indians and the Britishers. Indians, they did not get handsome salary, they did not get any kind of high post and all. Basically बहुत low salary होती थी, not more than 500 pounds, and even they also discriminate very badly. This was mainly because the Britishers, they wanted to settle their colonies, they wanted the power in their hands only. They don't want to give the authority, the powers to the Indians. Basically this was mainly because the British were convenienced that the administration based entire only on the British idea, institutions and the practices could be firmly established only by the Englishmen. They wanted to change the entire India, they wanted to set their colonies, they wanted to like remold entire Indian administration according to them. So it's enough for the chapter. Now the chapter is completed. Now we will have to start the next chapter, the new chapter, after few days. So related to the topic, some question answers, few question answers are given to you. You all have to do all the question answers in your history fair copy.